Good afternoon, Padesh. Bolek here. Congratulations on the win and congratulations on the 9-0 on the first half of CBLOL. Tomorrow, you guys going to start the second half. If I remember correctly, you're playing loud. How do you feel achieving such a success in such a short time being in Brazil? And also, what are the things that you guys have to keep doing for the second half of the CBLOL? And what are the things that you guys need to fix based on the first half?
Okay, thanks for the good wishes. And yeah, we finished the first half with no lose. It's like a perfect start, but performance is not really satisfying yet. So we should be like making better decisions, playing better in game. So we have a lot of things to fix, a lot of things to work on, and it's not like we're gonna win everything at all. It's not like that yet. So we have to fix many mistakes with this game and the games before. We are still struggling with at some parts of the game with some certain drafts. So we'll have a lot of things to do in the next weeks. But it's a good start. Yeah, 9-0 is really good. And for the start, I think other teams didn't understand what to do yet about us and like about the meta, and it's shifting constantly. So they're kind of catching up late. But it's still like they're improving too, and we saw some good teams growing up lately. And Furia was one of the teams we couldn't win scrims against, and they were performing really well on scrims. So I was like expecting them to play well too, because like they are one of the teams that are performing well on scrims, and not the same on stage. But I think they'll improve too. They will have better results eventually.
Sounds good, thank you.
Oh, hello, Padres. Congratulations for your victory and for the perfect first half of the championship. In your opinion, what is the strongest point, the strongest aspect of the Flamengo game in this first half? In your opinion, in which point the team is stronger than its rivals in its first half of the season?
Okay, I think our understanding of the game is better than other teams. Our decision making is better than other teams. We want to not rely on individual plays. If someone is playing perfect and carrying that game, means like others didn't do well enough, so he can shine. So we don't want someone to shine in the team. We want everyone to perform well enough, so it will be hard to choose MVP in a game. It should be like everyone is playing on the same level, and we are playing and winning as a team, not like with individual performance. So I think that's one of the things that is like separating us from the other teams, and we're like playing a better team game, like compared to other teams. That's the most important thing. I think that's separating these like us and the other teams.
Perfect. Thank you.
Padesh, Bole here again. When I was at Worlds in 2019 and when I talked to some people from Turkey, a lot of them say that the TCL it's a little bit confusing in a matter of practice, organization, and things like that. The reason I brought it up is because you've been there, and now we're in Brazil, where recently within the past 3 weeks we have been having problems with people. Not we have been having that for years, but the problem of practice rose up again, and you see people like Mylon on the Poison Nexus and Takeshi, who are former players from a long time in Brazil, saying that that has always been an issue in the scene, and that practices were always a joke. And now apparently it's getting better, but it's still kind of a joke to some teams. Because here on the press conferences, we hear teams saying, "Oh well, we don't practice with all the teams," or "Oh well, we make sure we don't practice with a couple teams," like things like that. How is that for you coming from another region? How do you feel the problem of practice in Brazil? What they can do to improve, and how bad it actually is?
Well, okay, the first thing in even my first interview, I said the same thing. Like practice here is kind of useless because teams are not playing like stage. They're not taking it serious. They're just doing random things without thinking, and they're playing it like solo queue. So, and like I want my players to not do this, and I'm trying to keep them online. But if the other team is just trolling, it's hard to not follow them too. It's a easier thing to just follow them and play like them. So like it's still improving, yeah. Like compared to first weeks, it's better. Teams are taking it more serious now at least. But we are also having those problems, and like I think it's a bad habit from the for the long time. So it's not a something that anyone or like any team can fix. It has to be like we are trying to be a good example. If you take it serious, if you play good, and they will follow us because it's working. You can see on stage. So we have to make like some good examples to fix it, and players have to give up their bad habits because it's just like not practicing. This just giving up. It's just trying to have fun, and handling stress is not something like this. If you don't practice, it will like hit you back. So like last year, same too. Last year, like INTZ win before, so like someone else win. But you can win CBLOL without practice or like bad practices. But you will see that on international stage, like you won't be able to perform well. When you play against like Korean teams, Chinese teams, you will see how they play on scrim. They're playing same like stage. So that's the difference. Like if you don't play like that, you can't learn, you can't improve. And when you go international, they will lose. They will have no chance. If you go international with this performance and with these scrims, we will lose. We have no chance there. So we have to fix this, but it's not like our thing to fix. It's the whole region. It's completely different than Turkey. Like in Turkey, we had good chance to scrim with good teams, like LAC teams. We are playing with them like every week. We were. And they were playing really good. They never give up. They just focus on like their play. They don't do random stuff that they won't do on stage. They're just like practicing like they're playing on stage, which is like not a something here which we can see. Like some of the teams are doing it. I like Furia, for example. They're playing like similar, actually better on scrims than stage, and they're trying to do like good things, not random stuff. So I think it's some of the thing like these things can be the coach's fault too. If you don't like pull them to a line that they shouldn't be trolling and they should be punished if they like troll the scrims and try to have fun, then they will keep doing it and you won't fix it in any time. And like CBLOL's result will be same on international stage again. Like this is the first priority in CBLOL has to get fixed, I think.
Thank you so much for your answer. The reason I ask about Turkey is because we consider Turkey to be our rivals in international stages, and that coming from you that just came from Turkey, that has been growing internationally, it means a lot. So I really appreciate that answer, my friend. Thank you so, so much.
You're welcome.